First and 10 with Foz, Chicago Bears in the mix. Rapping about football, no room for politics. From the Windy City, we bring the fire. This podcast hot, raising the bar higher. Touchdown after touchdown, we never settle for less. Breaking it down with Foz, we always bring our best. First and 10 with Foz, dance in the crowd, cheering loud and proud. Our spirits never out. We rap that navy, blue and orange, no room for doubt. Chicago Bears legendary, no team can knock us out. No team can knock us out. Analyzing plays, stats on full display. Hitting hard like a linebacker, making our way. Foz leading the charge, taking us to the top. Chicago Bears legacy, we can never stop. Tear down, rise up.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. Welcome to episode 82, First and 10 with Foz. Streaming proudly on Chicago's Facebook page, Chicago's Bears Fan Forever, as well as the First and 10 with Foz YouTube channel. Be sure to like and follow both. You guys are the best. As always, sponsor from my place, my home away from home, my bar, Bedrocks in Shorewood, Illinois.
Bedrocks Pizza, the place to be. Hard rock tunes and craft beers for the crowd is roaring, the atmosphere's hot. We'll party hard, give it all we've got. This place is our sanctuary. Shout it out loud, let the music play. Bedrocks Pizza, we're here to stay. Good times and memories never be far. Under the neon lights, we're all stars.
I'm all alone tonight. If you guys can't tell, Maxwell's wife was not feeling too well, so he had to take care of her tonight. What a Christmas. We get influenza and like a raging vomit disease going around right before Christmas. So, yeah, hopefully everyone's staying healthy and safe out there and feeling okay. But, yeah, Maxwell had to take care of his wife tonight, and I know he was excited about this show especially because this was the best game ever that we just watched on Saturday. But yeah, he's not going to make it tonight. Maxwell, hope Grace is feeling better. I'm going to do things a little differently tonight. I'm going to start with our special guest. You guys have seen the fans of the year be on the show over the seasons. We've had Mackenzie Curran. We've had Shamika Leach. We've had our international fan of the year, Mr. James Gower. Love having other Bears fans. Love talking with the Bears fans and getting their story, and we're going to bring one on tonight. So in 2025, we have our nominee, which voting is still open for people. So don't forget to get out there and cast your vote so we can win the NFL this year. But guys, welcome to the show, our 2025 Chicago Bears Fan of the Year, Mr. Jonathan Otten. Jonathan, welcome to First and 10 with Foz, my friend. I can't hear you, sir. I think your mic's muted.
Well, you think at this point I would have gotten that correct by now, but here I am.
Hey, you got the bug out of the way. The technical issues are done now, my friend.
Great.
Thank you for coming on the show, John. It's such an honor to meet you, my friend. And God, I can only imagine the cloud nine you've been on so far this year with the rest of us about the Bears season overall, but then you get picked to be the Bears Fan of the Year. Let's talk about that, man. What a crazy adventure. So who was the nomination? Did you nominate yourself? How'd that all work? And how'd you go about finding out that you were chosen?
Okay. Yeah, so to be honest, I didn't really even know about the Fan of the Year. I didn't even know it was really a competition or anything of that nature until one day saw it come across my Twitter feed or something along those lines and saw, the Bears were, hey, submit entries, whatever the case was. So I looked into it. It's a little more work than most people realize. It's not like a normal contest. You have to fill out some paragraphs and put a little bit of work into it.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
Yep. So I did that, researched it, thought about what I wanted to say. to answer your question, self-nominated. I was self-nominated, but I did put in the work, put in the time, thought about my story, thought about how I wanted to resonate, and submitted it. And after that day, didn't think really did not think about it at all.
Like entering that random competition for like the vacation online or something. Like, yeah, I'll throw my email address out there. Sure, whatever. I'm gonna get spam calls no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears have all my information prior to this anyway, so it was like, okay, what's another contest?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So are you a season ticket holder, Jonathan, on top of becoming the fan of the year?
No, I'm a local Michigander. I'm closer to Ann Arbor
Sure.
than Chicago, to be honest with you.
So let's stop right there. How to become a Bears fan instead of a Lions fan?
Well, that's all part of the submission there, Mike. My parents are from Illinois originally. My mom's Broadview. My dad was Chicago and then moved to Peoria. Back in '76. So, growing up, it was in Lions country, and I had to make a choice. And clearly I chose wisely.
Yes, sir.
And just really thick and thin, I was really early on, picked the Bears, and just, it's kind of when.
So what was your deciding factor? I mean, was it like the '85 Bears season around this time that kind of made it easier? Was it before then, or?
No, it was in the middle of the rough heyday,
Sure.
I was born in '83, so, I was like 2.5 years old when the '85 Bears were a thing.
I was born in '83 too, my friend.
Yeah. So you get it. Like, you missed out on it.
We've seen videos, we've heard about it. Our parents, grandparents talked about it, but it was something we never lived.
Exactly. I mean, it really didn't. And what resonated with me with the Bears, is the history, but really it was, all my extended family's out in Chicago, greater Chicago area. So coming into the city, seeing the city, you go over the Skyway and you hit Soldier Field there, and just all that mystique and lore. And, that's really what resonated with me. Plus, I mean, honestly, the Lions were horrible my entire life up until recently. So, I mean, it's not like we had much more success in the success.
Yeah, we got one Super Bowl. That's the only difference between us and the Lions in the '85
so,
year. Otherwise, we're pretty similar, pretty even keel there.
Yeah, but thick and thin, it was Bears from an early age, and anyone who knows me can attest to that.
Very cool, my friend. So, just for the other potential fan of the years out there, what were the key words you put in your submission that made everything stand out? Veteran, World War II, cancer survivor, like all these. You got to put all the good gritty stuff out there, right? I mean, I know that's a part of it too. You got to have a good storyline, right?
It's a good story. You have to have a good storyline. But I mean, I just answered the questions. It was growing up in Michigan, Lions country, that was part of it. The other part was my service. And I got my Bears wall here, but if I were to turn my computer, you'd see my Navy wall over there. So definitely proud of my service and the Navy.
Thank you for your service, my friend.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And then the last thing is, I have 3 little boys. They're 9, 7, and 4. I got it right. Yes. And I'm very active in our club and trying to, it really is a leadership program.
Sure.
I'm just very engaged with, and yeah, of course, my son's in it too, but my wife does a lot as well. She does the treasury role, but very involved in the community, that sort of thing. So those 3 things, I think, kind of.
As they should, my friend, as they should. Giving back to the community, being a fan, going out there and supporting your team and giving back at the same time. I mean, that is what a fan is all about, or it's supposed to be about. So hitting it at all angles, my friend. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
So how did you find out? I mean, were they some tricksters and said like you won like a free game or a free day at the park or something like that, and you show up and got told you were fan of the year?
It was they tricked me. They got me pretty good. The Bear sent me it was a random phone call. I'm like, how you get a lot of just
you don't answer calls. That. It's not programming your phone. You don't answer the call.
No, but it was an Illinois one. I'm like, that's odd for me. And so I was like, I picked it up, and they introduced themselves as one of the panelists for the Chicago Bears, and that I'd be willing to get on a Zoom call as a finalist for this competition. And I'm like, called my boss and said, hey, I'm taking the afternoon off tomorrow. This is kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, of course.
Prepped it like it was a job interview. Was as nervous as if it was a job interview. Sat right here, same location that I, did it. And they did. They came in and asked me one question. And that was, why do you think you're deserving? Basically gave the same talk spiel that I just gave yourself.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, well, the other panelists are here, so just hold on. And then Colson Loveland sat down, and man, it was like, I knew exactly who it was.
Yeah.
He went to University of Michigan. I work in Ann Arbor. It was so I knew, but it was kind of just play it cool. I'm still being interviewed. I thought
sure.
And then he told me,
keep your composure, John.
Exactly. I mean, really, it was like that. I haven't been that nervous in years, I'll be honest with you. But then he announced it as a fan of the year, and it's been a roller coaster ever since. Usually all up. It's pretty good.
Did you get the wet spot out of the chair that you're currently sitting in right now when you were announced, or what? It's still a little damp. You're just going to leave it there for history reasons?
No, surprisingly, I was able to control all that. It was great, though. My emotions, I don't think, were as well controlled. I think it showed through if you saw the announcement video.
I did not, unfortunately. I'm a horrible fan. I'm a horrible interviewer. I didn't do no research whatsoever. I didn't see it.
Okay.
But I'm sure, man, I can only imagine. I'd be bawling like a little tiny baby, embarrassed, like making ugly faces. So
it was really neat.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So since you've become the fan of the year, you've kind of seen the other side of fandom with the Chicago Bears, right? I mean, seems like you've gotten to meet some of the elite guys out there so far. I know Big Keith, you've gotten to know, Don Walker, Bearman, Paul Zawecki. I mean, the legends of the legends, my friend. What's it been like being kind of taken under the wing as a fan of the year?
It means a lot, especially you started with Keith, fantastic. So I went to a few tailgates. That was something I really wanted to do. Being a Michigander and coming into the city, I just haven't had a lot of chances to go to a lot of games.
Sure.
It's anyone who has kids can appreciate. Life gets pretty busy with kids.
I got three small ones. I totally get it.
Yeah, and so it's you got life's a balance, but this gave me some really good excuses to go to Chicago and go to some games.
I gotta go start drinking in the morning. I'm Bears fan of the year in Chicago. I gotta go out there. Like, it's a rule now. You gotta convince your wife.
Well, the Bears, yeah, I'm working on it. She's been a trooper. I will say that. The Bears gave me tickets to the Giants game, so that was the game I got to go to where they announced me as fan of the year. I got to take my oldest son. His name's Raymond. But I wanted to make a thing of it. I
did see that picture because I think either Big Keith or Don posted me, and I remember seeing your son in it, and I replied to Keith when he sent it to me. I go, that boy is amongst legends behind him right now. I was like, that needs to be framed in his bedroom one day.
There's so many photos that it's just going to be it's what it's going to probably be as a book, but it was awesome. And Keith was great. I took my son to that tailgate, right before the Giants game, and got to meet
the Chicago Bears tailgating club, the CBTC.
It was Cermak and Wabash.
Yeah, that's the CBTC, correct.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was
1,000 Bears fans and tons of away fans, and
it was awesome. My son loved it. It was family friendly. I mean, I know people were drinking and whatnot, but the no one's out of control. No one's being silly. It's not vulgar. It was perfect, and it was a cold morning, and Keith pulled me into the Winnebago and just let my son warm up, and that meant a lot. It was a cold morning. It wasn't Cleveland Browns cold, but it was cold.
Every time I see Big Keith and I'm cold, I just want to put his big banana hands around me and hold me like a baby. You just see Big Keith come in, like just blocks the sun. I'm like, I'm getting colder, Keith. Can you move out of the way, brother?
But you nailed it. I mean, just getting to meet folks, and then as you talk to different people, I met someone from London.
Yeah.
Then got to meet all the other previous fans of the year. That was really special. Shamika put on quite the show there.
Yeah, Shamika's a sweetheart too, and I got to meet Mackenzie
You got
recently
to
too,
meet-
equally as much
Oh,
of a sweetheart. So
absolutely.
you're in good settings, my friend, right there with the fans of the year. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So what's the game plan now, man? I mean, so we're nearing the end of the season here. Voting's still going on.
Yep.
Where can people go and vote? Where can we juice you up to make you the winner of the year?
Well, the great question. So the easiest answer is to go just Google or whatever search engine you prefer. NFL Fan of the Year 2025, and it will bring you to the NFL.com. And there's a link that says Fan of the Year, and then you click on that, and you can see everyone's bios. You can just blaze through the rest of it. Look for that jacket, and then and then click on the guy giving the Caleb claw.
Perfect. So we will be posting that on the First and 10 with Foz page and also the Chicago Bears Fan Forever page to make sure to get your name out there so that we can get you hyped up, bud, so we can continue to increase those numbers and bring that victory home for Chicago this year.
That's right.
Where it deserves to be, my friend. Let's continue on the winning in Chicago this year.
It's been awesome. I mean, the season's awesome. What a year to be the Fan of the Year.
Yeah.
And to cap it off with the NFL Fan of the Year for the franchise, that would be awesome.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, let's get into it, Jonathan, because we may have just had, in my opinion, since we've been alive, the best Bears game under the sun. Bears versus Packers, Saturday Night Football. What an aggravating first 4 quarters. Let's be honest, people. It was an aggravating game. I don't think anyone can sit there and say that before the last 2 minutes of the game there was any excitement, just more aggravation. But we came into that game not fully staffed, though. I mean, we didn't have a Dunze come in. We didn't have Burden. And then Parsons had gone out the game before. So, I mean, we were a little bit understaffed coming in. Bears opened up. What do you think about that first drive with that snap to Mnangwe? I mean,
yeah, I feel like, I think
getting a little too cute there.
It's arguable. I've seen, I know the Lions pulled it off, right? There was a similar play in Detroit,
Sure.
and they get it in. Ben Johnson has the book of, here's my mindset. If Ben's going to do it, it's probably right. I mean, I'm not going to sit back and
in Ben we trust, right? In Ben
we trust. If Jonathan was coaching, I probably would have handed off the rock. But
Sure.
if Jonathan was coaching, we'd probably be winless. So there's. In Ben we
you're
trust.
a genius if it works, and you're a complete moron if it fails, and especially on a play like that. Unfortunately, it did fail, and it actually led to Ben Johnson. This is what I always admire about Ben Johnson is he'll own his shit right away. Like, before the game was even at halftime and they were doing the sideline interviews, he was like, that first draft call, that was on me. Like, he didn't even know what he was doing. He was just getting too cute. He's like, oh, let's try this. So I love that he owns up to it, man. He doesn't try to be too arrogant about anything. And it didn't work out. We're going to move forward. We're going to try again. So, but right after that, which in my opinion was the karma play of the game, super huge cheap shot on DJ Moore. That was a no call without defender coming up the middle. But that just put the karma in the game, Jonathan, didn't it, for what was to come?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that and I'm like, how is that not a flag? I mean, it was so obvious. It was after the play. The guy's running
exactly
on a TV screen right to left and just blew him up. And I don't even think DJ was the primary receiver on that.
No, exactly. He was just coming across the field being a jerk, man. But I always say, Jonathan, I'm a big believer in karma, man. It comes back to bite you in the ass eventually when you do stuff like that. And just so happened at the end of the game, it came back and bite this guy right in the ass. But we'll get to that. Next play, people have their different opinions on it, but Booker took out Love, which I don't think was an intentional hit to the helmet. I mean, I watched it a few times going back. Booker was a little high come in, no doubt. But if you look at Love kind of put his head down a little bit into it, which kind of made him go back a little bit more. I don't know if it was just a natural reaction for someone to try to defend themselves since their arms weren't available to do it with their head. But definitely was not the right move. That was kind of like a Tua block right there, trying to stop the defender coming in. But he was out cold, man, which led to Malik coming in the game. And what a game changer.
Yeah, I mean, Malik was much more mobile than Jordan Love that whole game. And to your point, by the way, I don't think it was a dirty play.
No.
I think he's just playing football.
Booker's a madman, dude. Booker is an absolute madman. He's got a lot. I think he's got a lot to prove. He's trying to get out there, make a play, which every time he's in the game and he's healthy, you always hear something about Booker. One of my low key favorite players on defense, because I think he's gonna have a bright future, but definitely not intentional. But again, it brings you back to that point too, where like we're down Love, we're down Micah Parsons. Do you want to beat him full throttle, right? You don't want to have that crutch, right? So that's where I was kind of like, man, even if we win, we're going to hear about the Jordan Love was out and the Micah Parsons was. But again, I haven't heard too much of that. Have you heard too much of that from Packers fans on Saturday?
I was actually talking with, Packer fan with whom I am friends. And, he didn't say that at all. It was, because I feel like the Packers pretty much had dominated most of that game. Frankly,
dude, Malik Willis
most winning that game.
Yeah, this is my opinion and we'll talk about details more of the game getting all the way to the best ending ever. But dude, Malik Willis came in that game, and I thought he, throughout the game, in my opinion, looking back, did a better job than I thought that Jordan Love was going to do that game. I mean, the Bears kind of had Love's number. He's not a mobile quarterback. They had game plan for him. But when Malik came in the game, dude, you turn into friggin' what's his freaking name?
He seemed like Lamar Jackson. Right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lamar Jackson. In his prime, coming out, running all over the field, throwing the ball crazy. So, the Bears definitely were not ready for it.
No, and it seemed like he was making the passes when they were open.
Yeah.
And when things broke down, he was breaking the pocket and getting 8, 10, 15 yards. And it seemed like it was consistent.
Not only
that. It was really frustrating.
Yeah. The passes to Dobbs were right on point. He had a nice pass to Watson there to get a touchdown at one point. But man, I think all the way up until the last 5 minutes of the game is where everything really kicked off for the Bears. 5 minutes left, we're down 16-6. Santos comes in, and man, Santos, I'm not a huge fan of Santos personally. I don't know if you've seen the previous podcast. He worries me, man. He's a consistent guy, 30 to 40 in a good setting, but he misses some kicks that scare me. But man, I will give props when they're due, man. He made some pretty awesome kicks to keep us in that game on Saturday, especially with the win. He even made a 50-yarder, which blew my mind. I was expecting him to be completely missed, and Santos came through, especially in that big last one, making it 16-9. Bears come out at that point now, 2 minutes left of the game, and couldn't believe they did that onside kick to Dobbs, and then Blackwell comes in and recovers it, dude. And I think that's where the freak out of Chicago started, man. I know that's where the hooting and the hollering and I'm going to have a heart attack about to happen happened for me. So, and then, of course, ice cold Caleb Williams, man, comes in and big old catch to DJ Moore right down the middle of the field. And then out of nowhere, the undrafted receiver, Janae Walker, comes in with one of the most excellent corner catches of the entire year, man. And tied game, man. Unbelievable, going to overtime. Where were you at this point, man?
Yeah,
were you just going crazy?
It was pretty exciting. I was actually at my mother-in-law's, and the entire house was like, the boys were up with me until about the beginning of the fourth, and then they just got out. So I was by myself, and I was trying not to awaken everyone in the house. I was pretty successful until later in overtime. The that Walker catch in that corner, man, that was just, perfect catch, perfect touch too.
Dude, that glide slide dance he did was one of the coolest celebrations too. I was like, where did this kid come from? Like, he only had 8 snaps the entire year, and with Burton and Dunze being down, you thought it was going to be obviously more Zacchaeus stepping up and DJ Moore, but then Ben Johnson must knew something about this kid that no one else knew, and he threw him in there and gave him some shots, man. And man, did it pay off, dude. Man, did that pay off.
Yeah, it
So
was
we're
awesome.
so we're in overtime. We make that big stand on the first drive. Went for it on fourth down. They fumble the ball. We get it back, dude. And then it happened, John. It happened. The 60-yard bomb, 20-mile-per-hour winds, right on the dot. The DJ Moore, who has a defender with a hand over his face, how he made that catch, dude, how he held on to it, how he went down with it. Like, dude, I went nuts, dude. I was picking people up. I was throwing. There was kids flying around my house. There was furniture. My wife, I had her above my shoulders, dude. We were going nuts, dude. We were partying. It was the most exciting play in football that I can imagine since the Devin Hester. It was the biggest celebration I had since the Devin Hester 2006 Super Bowl return.
Yeah, I
Easily,
agree with you
easily.
100%. It was that throw, that catch, that moment, everything leading up to it, what was on the line. I mean, yes, his biggest moment is the Hester return. And it really, that game reminded me of the Cardinals game, you know.
The Monday Night Football comeback
The Monday
game,
night,
yeah.
the Arizona game. And it just brought back so many memories of, you know, the frustration for 95% of the game, and then you get to the very end, and they start churning, they don't give up,
Yeah.
and they find a way, and that's this team, man. It's just incredible.
Yeah, dude, Soldier Field, dude. Soldier Field was going absolutely nuts. Had so many friends there. Andy was there. Big Keith was there. Actually, one of my friends who I was watching the game with, his son, who's only 11 or 12, I believe, it was his first Bears game ever that he was being taken to by another friend who actually won a contest, and the kids were on the field before the game, and the one kid got to go out there and like get the kickoff tee and bring it back, and
It's awesome.
they just had like amazing seats. So I can imagine being that age, and that's going to be my first Bears game, dude. I was telling my friend Matt, who it was his son, I was like, dude, your kid's done for. He's spoiled, dude. He couldn't even possibly begin to enjoy the next Bears game he's going to be going to. Like, he just hit the pinnacle, man. You took him to the Super Bowl, the Bears game. And but awesome, man. I love to see when people, especially kids, get to experience stuff like that.
Yeah,
So how we start the new generation, huh?
That's right. I mean, you've nailed it. I mean, it is exciting. I mean, and I think that's what football in general is. It brings out the inner kid of us. It's fun, it's lighthearted, and you can just, you know, really just be you, and it's great. And it doesn't matter where you are. You know, you can be at your mother-in-law's, you can be in Soldier Field, and you can still have that tangible connection to this team and just love it, you know. And that's what it's supposed to be about. And then
yeah, man, and the culture Ben Johnson's created so far this year, and 15 games, which I couldn't imagine would have been put together this fast. I mean, you were hoping it was going to come. You knew the stories, you know how good of a coach he was, but within 15 games of the first season, what he's done with this team and the organization, just like the feel, the emotion, the players' attitudes, everything's a complete 180, dude. And it's like a brand new team that just exists now. Like, they just came out of nowhere. They are nowhere close to what they were last year. Like, brand new team, dude, brand new environment. And my opinion, dude, we got Ben Johnson to thank for all that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like when the Bears were able to hire him, it was like getting the first overall pick. I mean, really, it's the equivalent, you know. He was the hottest coaching candidate in this year's cycle.
And that's why you expected the Bears not to get him. Because that's usually how it goes.
You know, but,
yeah.
You know, Ben Johnson, he you know, having been in Detroit, you know, you kind of hear the stories. And,
sure.
He was not, from my understanding, he lived, you know, in the area.
Yeah.
Right. And so you hear things and you know things, and, you know, I don't want to get like too personal or whatever, but you hear things and you're like,
you want, brother. It's the TVMA.
This guy, this guy is, you can tell he's just a family man. You know, you can tell he really cares about his kids. And every interaction or any person who's ever seen him, you know, that I knew, or, you know, I'd actually ran into him myself, you know, and wearing all my Bear stuff. And he looked at me and smiled. And I'm like, there's a hope that there's a chance. But it always seemed to me like it was going to be like if he was going to go somewhere, it's going to be a fit. And I mean, the Chicago Bears.
Well, he wanted to come last year, man. I mean, it came out. He wanted to come last year. He wanted to work with Caleb Williams. He saw Caleb Williams. He's like, yeah, that's what I want to work with. That's what I can work with that as my quarterback of the future.
I think that's one factor, but I think the underrated factor is the fact that the Bears organization is very much a family organization. And
sure.
they certainly run it that way.
Most
that's
definitely.
A great thing. And I think that really resonated with him.
The most Disney Hard Knocks season on HBO that you could ever imagine. There was even no swearing allowed on Hard Knocks.
Well, that's true.
So yeah, definitely a different, more G-rated organization, 100% for sure. Definitely not the Eagles. Definitely not the Eagles out there.
No. But I do think that, part of that, it all plays together. It's like it's not just the quarterback or it's not just the location. It has to be a right fit for any job you're taking, really, and that's anything in life. But I'm just so glad that it worked for him and it and for us, really, because getting him in the organization, getting him in the building, you could tell like day one, his introductory press conference when he's speaking to you could just tell culture is going to change, and it all starts with leadership.
As soon as they started the whole good, better, best thing, I was like, what's going on here? Like, I think I kind of dig this a little bit. And the first one, you go back and watch the first one they did, like, people are like, oh, yeah, the locker room's kind of into it. It's kind of corny, you know what I mean? And then, like, you just saw, like, what it's become now, and it's just become the motto of Chicago right now. It's bear down, and then good, better, best is there right now with it. It's on all the apparel coming out. It's a lifestyle, man. And you can definitely see that motto in the Bears' overall gameplay. I mean, 100%. They're growing and developing. They're getting good, better, and trying to get to their best during games while winning games and developing with a winning record. Like, it's uncanny, man. It's uncanny. It's so cool to watch.
And, the successful coaches that you've seen, like Ron Rivera down in Carolina, very successful.
Ron, yes, sir.
Yep. I think he brought keep pounding. You can fact check me on that, but they're still using that, right? And then,
sure.
Dan Campbell here in Detroit has grit, and it's the same thing. It's like, grit. That's how they're going to play. And it, just for whatever reason, and there's some stories out there. I know you can read about the good, better, best, but it's resonating, and thank God. Great.
Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, you see the players at the beginning kind of be like, yeah, go better, best. But now, like, you see, like, they're fully into it, man. They're fully committed, screaming. And when Ben Johnson took his shirt off and went absolutely crazy, obviously, I think that was, like, the turning point of the madness of it all. And free hot dogs for everyone. And
that was great.
Just turned the whole world upside down. But it's been a fun ride. I don't want to stray too far from the game, though, man. So just basically the overview of the Packers game. Dude, Monangwai is just a beast, dude. He is our new angry runner, dude. And it's so funny. I was talking with a friend earlier this year about when the season was started, and he actually had a Walter Payton like angry runner shirt on. He's like, man, we haven't had an angry runner since Walter Payton. I'm like, dude, for real? Like, we really haven't. Like, and we were going through like the A Train and Matt Forte and all them, and Cedric Benson or whatever, Anthony Thomas, and it's just like, Thomas Jones. Like, no. It's like we just haven't had that angry runner just knocking people down, running into people. And then it was literally the next game is when Monangwai came out and had the first dual back-to-back Swift and Monangwai 200-yard game. And, dude, he messaged me the next day. He's like, holy crap, dude. Like, we were literally just talking about an angry runner, and this guy comes out and pulls out, like, the biggest angry runner game in the last 40 years. And he's just been awesome to watch, man. Him and Swift combined is just I think they're going to take us through the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, this whole offense runs through that, offensive line and the runners. And as a unit, they're just in tandem. It's great. That going back to the Packers game, round one, when he smashed through the middle and blew up that guy's helmet, that tells you everything you need to know.
Angry runner.
So good. And it's a great balance, it seems like DeAndre Swift is also running how do I say this? More angry,
Yeah.
angrier.
I mean,
Angrier?
you have your power back, and then like you
Yeah.
have like your elusive back. Like, and I mean, let's just call it what it is. Like Sonic and Knuckles, David Montgomery, and Jamar Gibbs in Detroit.
Mhm.
You have your small, keen, elusive back who's gonna dance all over, find the holes, and be super fast. Then you have your angry back who's just gonna pound into and kill you, and he's gonna tackle you while you're trying to tackle him. And that's what we're getting from Monangwe, dude. Like, even that big play he had down the sideline on Sunday, where he wouldn't even go out of bounds. He tried to go out of bounds, and he tackled somebody to stay in bounds, and he got another like 20 yards out of it. I mean, the kid's a
It was
beast, man. The
great
kid's a
too. Yeah, I
beast.
mean the fact he caught the ball, and that's a little bit of the
Yeah, a
criticism.
receiving back too. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
receiving back, and in the man, because if he adds that element to the game, which he clearly showed he can do the other day. Sky's the limit.
100%, my friend. And then talking about Santos, and I touched on it already, but the 3 kicks that he made during this game, with the climate being it was being, and in the situation, 20-mile-per-hour winds, a 50-yarder, clutch timing. He's worried me in these scenarios throughout the year. I'm not saying he's fully gained my confidence back. I mean, would I like the Bears to go after Justin Tucker when he was available and he came back? Sure. Did I want to trade away the kicker who filled in for Santos when he was injured? No, I did not. So I don't know if he's the answer. He seems to be a good locker room guy. I don't dislike the guy. He just makes me really nervous to where if the game's on the line and it's coming down to his leg in a big scenario, is he the guy you want out there? And he makes me worry. Where's your thoughts on Mr. Santos, Jonathan?
Well, I mean, that was one of the hardest kicks I think I've seen a kicker make.
Yeah.
He literally kicked it left to hook it in right, and that was nails. I mean, that was nails. And his percentage is really good. I nothing but good things for Cairo Santos for me. I mean, I know we expect perfection. All right, as fans, we expect perfection.
Well, I think out of a kicker, we expect perfection. It's like
Right.
that's one of like the number one jobs I think in the world, especially in the sports league. It's like, dude, that's your one job. you come in there in this one scenario and you just kick that ball, dude. I mean, that's all you have to do. That's your life, man. That's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You just got to kick that ball.
I get it, and it you can equate it to other high pressure situations too, like FIFA. Cristiano Ronaldo, he misses penalty kicks. Lionel Messi misses penalty kicks. These are the best players in the world. Their percentages are ridiculously high.
Yeah,
but they're gonna miss, and I think that's they're gonna miss as long as they're not pulling a Cody Parkey and missing 4 in a game.
Don't say Voldemort's name.
There's levels here, right? And so I think the expectation is he's consistently doing well, and therefore.
And I think that's where I'm forever scarred is from the double joint game. I was actually in the end zone while it happened during the playoff game, and the ice happened, and like literally everyone around us just knew that second kick was not being made. And dude, definitely mentally scarred from it. So I got a thing against kickers right now, especially in scenarios like that, because that's a game despite Matt Nagy and Trubisky. If we would have made that kick in that game, we easily probably could have gone on another round or two in the playoffs with how we were playing right then and there.
Yeah, the defense was great there.
Yeah, because the next 2 teams that the Eagles played were boo-boo, and we definitely could have taken them pretty easily with the game we had and the defense we had in our offense that year, in my opinion. So kind of sucked that's the way we went out, but I'm scarred from it. I got PTSD. So Cairo Santos makes me worried, man, because he's missed too many easy kicks that he definitely should have made, and I'm just having that fear, especially with this season. And I don't want to say it, but
when you're having that fear, think about that 51-yarder in the wind when he hooks it in. I mean, if nothing can assure you, or if nothing can make you feel a little bit better or reassure you, that kick should, because that was
like positive illumination. Positive elimination.
That's shit.
Definitely.
That's what you'll get from me is positivity. At least I try.
Exactly. Bears D, like we said, Austin Booker took Jordan Love out of the game, which was a big game changer. But I almost feel like it was a better game changer for the Packers because Malik Willis just came in and absolutely killed it, dude. Like I said, he was running around like Lamar Jackson in his prime, all over the place, making great plays, making great throws. I mean, he was looking better than Jordan Love, in my opinion, had looked the 2 previous games leading up to this Bears game. And number 2, the Bears were not ready for a mobile quarterback whatsoever. So you're halfway through the second quarter now, and you're trying to adjust your entire defense of what you've game planned for the entire week. So, I mean, he definitely came in. He did an excellent job, man. I got nothing negative to say. I mean, I would be happy to have Malik Willis as our backup quarterback at any time.
Yeah, I mean, he played really well. As long as he's behind Bajan, I'm a big Bajan believer too. He's proved himself, man. Guy seems like an absolute dog, and his mindset's there.
We signed him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our quarterback. I mean, really,
it was the first quarterback to be re-signed in a contract era since Jay Cutler was Tyson Bagent.
That's saying something right there, isn't it?
Exactly. No, but I'm with you, man. I'm a Tyson Bagent fan. I think he's a great kid. His dad is a load of laughs and a great time if you ever get a chance to meet his dad, which I'm sure you probably will through your adventure at some point. He's a wild man, love him to death. And Tyson Bagent's a great overall kid. I think he's somebody that if we have to bring him in for a game or 2 at most, he can run our offense. But again, I don't think he's somebody who's ever going to lead a full team through a full season and be the number 1 guy. And if he was, most likely there's 31 other teams out there that are more knowledgeable than you and I and would be dying to trade for him to get him if that was the reality of the situation. So
yeah, and that might happen. Especially I don't know what if he goes on if the Bears can lock up for whatever reason the division and something happens. I don't think they can get the number 1 seeds. That Lions game might still matter, but
I think if staying in number 2 would obviously be our best spot. I was watching something on the radio show that if we stay in the number 2 spot by the end of the season, because of tiebreakers with the other teams in the playoffs currently, we would have home field advantage throughout the playoffs if we stay in the number 2 seed above any other team because we beat them.
Well, is that? I think the number 1 doesn't number 1 get it all the way through, so that would be the Seahawks currently.
Yeah, but we wouldn't play the Seahawks till either the third or the third.
The NFC Championship game,
yeah,
right? Yeah. And that makes sense. Yeah,
yeah. So we would get the first 2 games at home because we beat the Eagles, we beat the Packers.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
It's almost like if we can stay in. Yeah, and
Yep.
if we beat the 49ers now, too. So, I mean, it's just like it all just depends. So,
I mean, I really want them to get that number 1 seed. I don't know if you've ever been to Quest. It is loud. They always talk about how loud it is. I was stationed out in Bangor, Washington, which is a sub base out near Seattle. But got to go to a Bears-Seahawks game back in 2009-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And it was loud. It's the loudest stadium I have personally been in.
The Legion of Boom, my friend. The Legion of Boom.
It was that hype of the 12 and it is loud. So hopefully the Bears get that number 1, can avoid that situation. But if we're talking NFC Championship, there's worse things to talk about, right?
Exactly. Let's talk about something else too. The Greater Head got brought back to the NFL. I mean, I have a Greater Head. They originally came around in like the 2015 to 2018 area. So there was actually a company called Greater Head, and they were made out of rubber, and they would sell them at the Lions and the Bears and the Vikings game. So it was like a fad maybe like 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
It's funny you bring this whole thing up. I actually bought a few, and I think the guy ended up he stopped it, and he was taking pre-orders.
Yeah, he took a bunch of people's money and was doing pre-orders.
I was one of them.
And people never got their money back. Yeah, 100%.
I am 100% one of those persons.
So it became like another like conflict thing down the road because the guy was taking pre-orders. I think he was trying to raise enough money to get him out of debt and keep the company going, but apparently enough pre-orders wasn't to do it, and he didn't refund the money. So
No, he didn't.
but I was lucky to come across secondhand one of those original Greater heads a
Nice.
few years ago. I only paid $30 for it, and
That's a steal.
someone obviously didn't know what they had. And she's like, "It's got a little tear." I'm like, "Okay, there's $30. Can you give it to me now, please?" And I've been wearing it every Bears Packers game since then, and people had no idea what it is, and they think it's the funniest thing in the world. And like now, here we are today. And the foam ones are blowing up. Apparently, the company that's making the gray foam ones, they just had over 3,500 sales since Saturday's game for these Greater heads now, dude. And then it's a nice, like a family small business story to where like tariffs and the economy was tearing them down. They said literally this just saved their entire business, and now they're completely booming, making Greater heads now ever since Saturday's game.
I mean, is there anything better at the holiday season than
God, who doesn't want to open up a Greater head on Christmas morning?
Everyone does.
If it's a possibility. I mean, hell yeah, man. I mean, I was laughing my ass off when they did the Good, Better, Best video. You saw DJ Morg wear one.
Yep.
My buddy's friend, who I was talking about, the 11-year-old, where it was his first game, he had actually ordered him one of those Greater heads to wear to the game. So he was wearing one too, because he had seen mine at the previous Packers game. He's like, "Dad, I want to get a Greater head like that." He's like, "Son, those don't exist anymore." So he actually found the one that became popular now and bought it for the game on Saturday. So now he's got a little piece of history to keep on forever going now.
Yeah, I mean, those things are fantastic. It's it's such a lighthearted, fun little thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's it's not as obstructive. I've never sat behind a cheesehead, but I have to just think that that's just obnoxiously.
Yeah. I mean, with the Greater head, all you do is go up to people and just try to grade them a little bit. I mean, at least that's what I do. I mean, maybe I'm a weirdo.
Nah, that sounds like something very appropriate.
It's an appropriate move, I believe.
Yeah.
We always would do it at our tailgates, things of that nature, and let's go up to the Packer fans, and we got the Greater head on, just try to get them a little bit. And it's all in good fun, man. It's all in good laughs.
Absolutely.
Other than that, before we get ready to talk about the San Fran game coming up this Sunday night, we got some Pro Bowl picks that came in today, and there was a little bit of a snub there, in my opinion. Me and Jonathan were talking about Kevin Beard, Joe Thuney, and Josh Blackwell, all deserving. Where's our guy right at, man? Where's right in this equation?
Yeah, definitely a snub. It's bad, when opposing teams are even saying that.
Yeah, you said Micah Parsons tweeted about it, right?
Even Micah Parsons came out and said, Nahshon Wright should have been a Pro Bowler. I think that speaks for itself, right?
Yeah, the amount of takeaways this guy's had on the field, not only the amount, but the situations. This guy tore a fumble out of the tush push, for God's sakes. Like, what's going on here, people? And he had another big one in the red zone against the Packers on Saturday.
And those were both game-changing plays, 100% game-changing plays. Eagles punch it in there. We're talking different.
Yeah. The interceptions, the takeaways, the forced fumbles, the recoveries, man. This guy's numbers, he's having a season of a lifetime. And the story behind it, too, with everything that happened with his coach and the school shooting and everything. The guy who took him in is like his father pretty much and raised him. And he devoted this season towards him, man. So he's definitely got someone looking over him on that field every Sunday. That's for damn sure. And
no doubt.
Definitely a shame he got snubbed. I'm with everyone else, man. Big snub. He should definitely be there. Other than that, though, I'm not going to complain that we got 3 Bears in the Pro Bowl. Or usually it's just Jalen Johnson's our only hope the last 3 or 4 years to make the Pro Bowl. So having 3 nice defensive players in there, I'm not going to complain at all. No.
And the it was good to see some of that offensive line get some love there too.
Yeah.
And, it's that offensive line, I really believe, is the best in football. I believe that, and I think that's why that running game is so effective.
Wherever Joe Tooney goes, he just brings the winning, man.
He's just a winner,
yeah. From the Patriots to Kansas City, now to the Bears, dude. And he's just been a champion everywhere he's been, dude. That dude's got some VIP champion juju in him, that's for sure, man.
That was a fantastic trade. I know people are critical of Ryan Poole sometimes.
Yeah.
But that one was an absolute home run.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you can talk about the draft picks and with polls all day long, but the free agency moves have been pretty spot on, especially last year. So, yeah, dude, glad that guy's in the Bears jersey.
Same.
This Sunday, we're playing for seed position, my friend. Both the 49ers and the Bears locked down the playoffs over this weekend. What do you think about going against the 49ers, man, on the road? What's your feelings about? Are you confident, less confident, more confident than this Packers game? And Brock Purdy. I mean, George Kittle just suffered another injury again yesterday, so who knows if he's going to be playing again on Sunday? What's your thoughts going against San Fran?
It's just a game we have to win. San Fran's a good team, and they I know their schedule is debatably been not as strong as other teams, but they are getting healthy. They are a playoff team. I think they clinched the same exact time that we clinched once the Lions had lost to Pittsburgh. Confidence wise, I'm at an 8. I think this Bears team can hang, and although that San Francisco team can score, so can the Packers. Yeah. And as long as that defense doesn't break when they bend, we can kill clock, and that running game can chew game. It just does. And I think that's the game changer.
The Bears' red zone defense right now is just completely unbelievable. The amount of touchdowns they save and either turn into fourth down turnovers or field goals is just miraculous. Or turnovers and interceptions for that. I mean, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Major, Beard, Jalen Johnson, Stevenson, dude. I mean, this is a killer core. We got Edmonds and Edwards back. Austin Booker on the line. Sweat stepped up on the pass rush. The Bears defense is nothing to mess with right now. And yes, these are good teams that we're playing against, but Bears fans, I think it's hard because we have PTSD, but we got to boost our confidence up too, man. Like, we're not playing with no bums out there anymore, dude. We have a top 5 defense in the NFL out there, and we have one of the biggest takeaway defenses in the NFL out there right now. So, we're playing with steam as well. I'm more concerned about our offense, man. As I've been for the last 40 years. True story, as old as dirt. I'm more worried about our offense getting it together. I think we need to stick with that run game, keep on going to Benungwe and Swift, switching up, dude, and then putting Caleb in the red zone positions to where you can get it in the Colston Loveland or get that nice pass to Moore, things of that nature. We can't rely on 60-yard bombs like we saw on Sunday, and my heart can't handle 60-yard bombs like we saw on Sunday as well. So I really am looking for that statement game, and we really haven't seen that true statement game yet besides the Eagles game. The Bears just come in, they're really giving it to them, putting them away, and not having to be a heart attack game. So I want to see another statement game out of the Bears now that we're so close to the playoffs, and it'd just be so awesome to hold on to the second seed for the next 2 games. And I do worry about the Lions coming in to ruin it. We got to thank Aaron Rodgers for our current position right now from Sunday. I don't know if you watched that Steelers-Lions game on Sunday, but
I watched most of it. Yeah, it was local here, so I was catching that, and then actually caught the radio call at the end of it. But
probably one of the most controversial endings to a game this season.
The Lions play-by-play was not entertained by any of that, I can assure you.
Dude, I watched it, and I watched the replay now on social media and YouTube, whatnot, 100 times, dude. St. Brown ran down the field in the end zone, straight up ran and pushed that defender off of him, and then ran back up to get the catch. You just can't do that. Now, the fact that he was able to hold on to it, make the catch, toss it back to scoff and they got that's all, remember the Titans bullshit, but dude, you can't run down the field, do that to a defender, and then like be like, wow, what's going on here? I can't believe this. Like, it's just,
I think
like,
the thing that shocked me the most was the fact that they called it a touchdown. And then, but you know, that they had two guys wrapped up and they pushed him back like 5 yards before he pitched that ball.
All during the call was just funny, like, game's over.
Yeah, it was.
That doesn't matter. The game's over. End the game.
Regardless, once that all occurred, I was like, oh yeah, okay, at least we're going to the playoffs. You know, takes a little bit of pressure off that last game, I think.
You know, it's out of all these years, it's the least that Aaron Rodgers could do for us since we didn't get to play him this year and beat him at Soldier Field. At least he could give us the gifts of the playoff line this year.
No doubt. No doubt.
Oh, man, too funny. But yeah, Jonathan, I appreciate you coming on this show tonight, my friend. We definitely see why you were picked as fan of the year. Looking forward to seeing the rest of your journey all the way to the Super Bowl this year. Hope to get to meet up with you at a tailgate and hang out this year, and we can have a good time and continue on this fun journey, which is the 2025 Chicago Bears season.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure. I'm trying to make it out to at least one more game. Try and make my final push to get the fan vote up.
Well, you've been to CBTC now. Now you need to come over to my tailgate where I'm at with my guys in the 1st and 10 tailgate off of Harrison and Wabash, and we'll show you a good time. That's for sure.
I heard it's only a few blocks away, so
it is only a few blocks down the way. We're super accepting to fans and away fans. We always a good time at the Fat Tailgates, my friend. You got to come on out.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the time. Thanks for the platform today. If you have the time, fans, please vote. Really appreciate it. And most importantly, go Bears.
100%. Bear down, baby. All right, Jonathan. Have a good rest of your night, man. And then let's go Bears on Sunday, right?
That's right. Let's go Bears.
Right, sir. Talk to you later, buddy. Thank you.
Okay, man.
All right. Jonathan Otten, everyone, make sure that we head on over to the Fan of the Year and vote for him. Like I said, I'll be posting stuff to go on to the link so we can get some votes in. And, dude, let's get the Bears Fan of the Year this year. Let's win this shit, man. Come on. We're winning everything else. Let's win Fan of the Year, too. Let's start winning competitions. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Next week, like I said, we'll be breaking down the San Fran game, 49ers this Sunday, as we head into the last season versus the division rival Lions. Hopefully not trying to spoil our seed position going into the playoffs, but very fortunately, it's not going to be the last episode of the podcast next week. I haven't been able to go into a playoff run of the podcast since we started this 3 years. So we got bonus episodes, people coming, so make sure you guys stay tuned in for that. Super excited. Appreciate you guys always is tuning in. I hope everything's okay with my buddy Maxwell and his wife tonight. I'll be checking in on him shortly. But appreciate you guys tuning in and hope you guys enjoyed that game on Saturday as much as I did. It's one that's going to live in my memory forever and ever and ever as a Bears fan. If you guys want to go over to YouTube and like the podcast, and like I said, all the likes, shares, stars, comments, all that good social media stuff. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Well, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. Everyone have a good rest of your night and bear down, baby.
Out in the windy city, well, the Bears are on the prowl. Soldier Field is a rocking, man, and the fans are getting loud. With a legacy of legends from Peyton to Buckus, the Navy and the Orange are in charge, man, and victory we trust.